Welcome back to The Explainer. So, look, if you're running a local business today, you already know the digital landscape is just fiercely competitive. I mean, you could have the absolute best service in the world, the best products sitting right there on the shelf, but if you're buried on page 2, or let's be real, page 3 of the search results, you might as well be completely invisible. Today, we're dissecting the anatomy of a modern SEO agency to see exactly how they solve this visibility crisis, and we'll be using FirstPageRanks as our primary case study to understand how these complex service structures actually work in the real world.
So, let me just ask you this directly. Is your business truly visible to the local customers who are actively searching for you right now? It's a huge, deeply frustrating pain point for so many business owners, right? You know the demand is out there in your community, but connecting that specific local search intent to your actual storefront or booking page, that's the real puzzle we're going to solve today.
And honestly, that brings us right to the core philosophy of the agency we're exploring today. Their manifesto basically states, FirstPageRanks stands at the forefront of digital growth with a clear focus on sustainable visibility and long-term rankings. Now, notice the emphasis there on sustainable and long-term. This approach isn't about risky shortcuts or trying to trick the search algorithms for a quick temporary spike in traffic. It's a holistic solution built on patience, data-backed refinement, and ethical practices.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with 1, mastering search visibility, then cover the 2 core pillars of SEO, followed by 3, localizing your digital presence. From there, we'll look at 4, wellness and travel SEO pricing, and wrap the whole thing up with 5, sustaining long-term growth.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Mastering Search Visibility, Building a Foundation Without Shortcuts. The primary goal here is really just establishing natural ranking.
So what are we really talking about here? It all comes down to white hat SEO. Basically, these are ethical optimization strategies that improve your search rankings by strictly following Google's own guidelines. We're talking original content, naturally placed keywords, no sketchy stuff. And why does this actually matter? Because forced optimization, keyword stuffing or buying toxic links, that can get your site severely penalized or even completely de-indexed. White hat techniques act like a shield, protecting your digital storefront while it grows.
Moving right along to Section 2, Core Pillars of SEO, On-Page, Off-Page, and Technical SEO. Let's break down how an agency organizes all of this.
To avoid getting totally overwhelmed, think of your website like a physical house you're building. Technical SEO, that's your concrete foundation. We're talking website crawlability analysis, XML sitemap creation, website speed, mobile performance, making sure your HTTPS and SSL are locked in, and fixing any duplicate content. Look, if your foundation is cracked, like if your site takes forever to load or search engines literally cannot crawl it does not matter how pretty the house is, the algorithms just won't index it. So if technical SEO is the foundation, on-page SEO is basically the interior design of the house. This is where you get into optimizing meta titles and descriptions, mapping out your keyword intent, structuring SEO-friendly URLs, setting up an internal linking strategy, and adding schema markup. It's really all about structuring your content so that it deeply satisfies the actual human readers, while simultaneously making perfect sense to the algorithms trying to categorize your site.
And then we have the final pillar, off-page SEO. You can kind of think of this as your digital word of mouth. This covers high-quality backlink building, guest posting, securing brand mentions, press release distribution, and managing local business listings. It's all about building authority and trust from the outside in. When other reputable websites link back to you, it's basically them giving you a digital vote of confidence, signaling to search engines that your brand is completely credible.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, localizing your digital presence, connecting with nearby customers. Now we get to see how these abstract search strategies actually drive real foot traffic.
Check out the true scale of local SEO here, from Rishikesh to Canada. While FirstPageRanks operates as a highly localized agency in Rishikesh, India, their service directory reveals this massive geographical footprint. They're targeting specific cities across India, sure, but they're also scaling internationally to places like Dubai and Canada. It just goes to show that targeted local optimization techniques can completely expand your reach way beyond your own city limits.
But what's really fascinating here is the heavy focus on Google Business Profile, or GMB optimization. This is the exact process of managing your NAP details, that's your name, address, and phone number, along with photos and customer reviews. The whole goal is to make sure your business pops up prominently in those local map packs you see on your phone. Honestly, managing this single profile correctly is arguably the absolute best way to drive ready-to-convert inquiries straight to your door.
Which brings us to Section 4, Wellness and Travel SEO Pricing, Transparent Costs for Niche Markets. Let's get specific and look at the actual costs.
All right, this is where the theoretical stuff meets actual business reality. Let's look at this specific breakdown for wellness and travel deliverables. Think yoga studios or local tourism operators. You've got the service offering, the highly specific deliverables like targeting yoga intent keywords or retreat booking SEO mapped directly to a monthly cost in Indian rupees. It's incredibly transparent, showing exactly how they customize timelines and costs for local service providers in a very specific niche.
To put this into perspective, let's pull out a couple of key numbers from that grid. First up, 1,115,000 rupees. That number right there represents the comprehensive yearly cost for their top-tier digital PR services. This includes dedicated outreach to wellness portals and securing high-value influencer mentions. So this firmly establishes the premium, enterprise-level scale of their specialized brand trust offerings.
And here's the contrast. Look at this number, 2,600 rupees. This acts as a highly accessible monthly entry point for their foundational services. We're talking things like social bookmarking on wellness platforms or submitting PDFs and brochures. It really highlights how a modern agency structure can scale pricing way down to help smaller local businesses get their foot in the door with essential SEO tasks.
And that leads us right into our final section, Section 5, Sustaining Long-Term Growth, Protecting Your Digital Assets. This is all about treating SEO like insurance.
Because sometimes you actually need to use that insurance. Check out this exact SEO penalty recovery process. Step 1. Analyze your backlink profile for toxic links. Step 2. Disavow those harmful links. Step 3. Fix on-page duplicate content. And Step 4. Restore your visibility and search rankings. If a site gets hit with a manual penalty or a sudden algorithmic drop, these are the precise, data-driven steps an agency takes to rescue that digital asset from total obscurity.
Of course, the best strategy is just preventing those penalties in the first place, right? And that is exactly where SEO maintenance and monitoring comes in. We're talking continuous SEO health checks, algorithm update monitoring, ongoing keyword tracking, checking in on competitors, and analyzing the user experience. Because search engine ranking signals change literally all the time, this continuous layer of maintenance is absolutely crucial to prevent sudden traffic drops and protect your investment.
So, let's wrap up this explainer with a provocative question for you to really think about. Is your current digital strategy built to survive the next major search engine algorithm update? It's a huge question and something every focused learner and business owner needs to ask themselves. Because, as we've seen by exploring this agency today, getting to page 1, that's not the finish line. It's an ongoing process of technical health, relevance, and protection. I really hope this helps you reevaluate your own long-term digital survival plan. Thanks so much for joining me today on The Explainer.